My most memorable moments.
1979-80, the last test match we played at Adelaide Oval. And the reason for that was it's the first time West Indies have beaten Australia in a test series in Australia. And if you ask most of the fast bowlers around that time, they would probably go back to that same game, because it's never been done before.
You know, was when I took 7 wickets for 1 run against Australia, in Australia, way back in 1992-93. That is something that is unheard of, really. That would first jump to mind.
My father, Walter, played Test cricket for New Zealand, in fact captained New Zealand on the 49 tour here to England, and having 4 brothers as well, it was very much cricket in the backyard, a lot of mini test matches, batting and bowling against each other. So really I had that introduction through my father and playing for New Zealand.
When I went to high school, I suppose they saw a little bit of talent in me, but not as a bowler. My first skill on the pitch was as a wicket keeper. And then one day the fast bowler didn't come. I bowled, got a couple of wickets, and that was the end of that.
Cricket was never my first love. For me, it was always basketball and football. And after my brother migrated to the States, I was next in line, so my mother forced me to play cricket because she always wanted a cricketer. So I want to say any damage I've done on the cricket field, you know, blame my mother.
I played for the West Indies with I think 3 first-class games behind me. Joel Garner and I started together. He had 2, I had 3. We were raw, I mean absolutely pups. We had no idea what we were doing. We just played.
I'd been coach was here in England in 1972, when Viv Richards and myself came over to attend the Alf Grover School for 6 weeks. And that is all the coaching I've had in my entire life, 6 weeks of coaching.
My support came from the outside, which is the likes of Greg Hayes, Raymond Boy, which is the guys that they're looking after us. You know, basically, from their family point of view, they didn't know anything about cricket. They didn't know what I was doing. You know, leaving home with a bag full of stuff in it. You know, that was basically the support. I didn't get it from actually home. I got it from outside.
Yeah, the Lost Taverners, the idea that it came up with to have us all here together. You know, it's a brilliant idea. And for us to be here to assist the underprivileged people that they have been assisting for many years is something that I look forward to, because I believe in helping people at all times.
When they said we're going to start off Lord's Taverners in Australia, that to me was sort of something, well, here's something. I was born with something. I was born with a gift. I wasn't privileged, but at the same time there were underprivileged kids that didn't have the gift, and they needed help, they needed support.
We as international cricketers, we need to make sure that we embrace those things, we support those things, we make sure that we let those children that we are there, we care about them. We need them to be part and parcel of what we're doing, of what we had, and then we give it that support to them and showing them that what is get done. I think Lord Taverners they are doing a marvelous job.
The purpose of something like the Lord's Taverners is to bring people to this sport. We need people in cricket badly.
You've got to admire organisations that are prepared to put in the time and effort to encourage youngsters to take up the game, and maybe one day the payback is, of course, those players that not only have success at a junior age, but they go on to do well at club level, maybe county level, and perhaps one day represent their country, and will have a wonderful story to tell.
Cricket brings people together. I mean, it has its ups and has its downs, but the discipline that comes with the game and the friendship that you build from the game, you realise that if it's something you can take into communities, and that's what we've been doing.
You know, you see bravery and honesty and things like come out of it. You know, you might have played your heart out all day, but then this camaraderie was there, this friendship. Like, for instance, this is the first time in those 50 years since I've been coming back here many times, I've never stayed in a hotel until this time, because I've always stayed with the opening batsman I bowled to. Now that's respect.